In the world of fragrance, making you smell delicious and offending you at the same time may be considered especially heinous. In New York City, a gorgeous Cubano and his elite squad of ball sprayers will seek out these colognes and investigate them. This is his story. Bitch.
Your boy likes to bring you new shit, and I'm sure I'm not the first one to talk about it, but you know my motto, unless I've spoken about it, it ain't shit. Now I got 4 different fragrances for you, all in sample form. Shout out to Crystal Fragrances for blessing the kid with this sample kit, and it's a small niche indie house that's doing big things. Let's roll my motherfucking music so we can talk about these 4 fragrances that got me a little surprised.
Sexy motherfucker. We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, C to the U to the B to the A. Shout out to Crystal Fragrances again, blessing the kid, always having my back, supporting the movement, better yet the revolution of the Cubaknow brand. I'm popping out in these streets. Woo! These fragrances are from the house of Renier Perfumes, and let me give you a little backstory on this house. I don't know it, you know, come on. You really thought I was gonna break down some like fucking Encyclopedia Britannica shit on you? I'm gonna blind pick one of these samples from my pocket and see which one we're gonna talk about, alright? Let's see what sniggles in here, and the first fragrance we're gonna be talking about is Oud Rain by Renier Fragrances. It's kind of bugged out that Oud Rain is the first one that I pick out of my pocket, cause spoiler alert, it's actually my favorite. This oud is sick. It's a tropical oud, fruity, like low-hanging fruit hanging from a thick burly ass tree in the middle of the tropics or the fucking Amazon. This shit is really fucking nice with a sick performance on my skin. It also has kind of a red thick rose component, but it's not listed in the notes from what I recall, but that's what I'm getting to my nose. It's a delicious, wearable, non-shitty or fecal oud. Very tropical, bright, fruity. It's a sexy fragrance. I think it's more catered to the colder weather. However, I want to see how this shit performs in the summer nights when you get that cool, sexy breeze, especially if you're near the water. I want to see how this shit captivates in the middle of the night, because it does have a tropical flair and it should be worn in the fucking summer. So I'm gonna see how this bitch is gonna be performing, but real talk, this one is definitely my favorite. Now let's move on to the next one. Let me just dig into my pocket. All right, all up in here. That's not the fragrance. The next one I'm pulling out. Well, this one is Kisses Rain. It's about a motherfucking rain going on. Did you make these fragrances when it was like in the middle of a downpour? Was there a drought or some shit in the middle of Cali? A sexy kind of woody tobacco with a spicy flair, like a little maraca. It's got a little bit of a Latin flair. Based on the notes, there's some component here, the Tolu from Cuba. I show you love when you got something from Cuba up in this bitch, if it's really from Cuba. Allegedly, I be seeing them fake ass cohibas all over the black market, bootleggers. I can tell you that this shit is sick though. This is definitely a thicker fragrance. It's got a nice spiciness. It's got a great oud. Again, that same wearable oud. The spiciness here is fire. It's got a bergamot kick, so it's got a little citrus flair. It's got a delicious, smooth, creamy vanilla. This is actually really sick. Also, I don't think this is appropriate for the summer. For me, Kisses Rain is actually super sexy also. It's a fucking problem. Next one. Only 2 more fragrances to dig into my ball bag. Let's just... Yeah, I know it's only 2 fragrances and I'm moving it around a lot. Fun shit is happening. All right, the next fragrance here is Black Rain. There has to be a concept behind all this rain. And if I did my homework like a good little YouTuber, I would know the concept behind it. But you know what? 17 other reviewers who probably reviewed this joint can give you that explanation. Me, I'm gonna give you the real. Black Rain is actually really nice. Definitely a lot more floral. Leans a little bit femme for me. It's a little bit mature. I don't absolutely love it. You do have a nice tart citrusy orange note. You have some vanilla in here. There's definitely a lot of floral. It's kind of ominous and semi-depressing a little bit, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess Black Rain has something to do with, I don't know how metaphorical we're getting in with this shit, but it has kind of like I feel a sad violin playing or something really like, doesn't keep me upbeat and hyper. It's kind of more like, I don't love it. It's good, but it's not my favorite for sure. It's not a bad fragrance, just not one of my favorites. Last and certainly not least is the one that some of y'all, if not all of y'all, have probably heard of, and that's Crystal Rain. Crystal Rain, y'all may or may not have heard of it because it has some sort of reminiscence to, everybody knows, Creed Aventus. You've never heard of Aventus, have you? I know, super fucking shocked. Yeah, it definitely has a strong resemblance to Creed Aventus. Definitely the smokier batch. It has a strong pineapple, very fruity cocktail opening. It's got some nice birch darkness, Aventus-ish. I mean, we're not gonna break down what Aventus smells like. It smells very much like Aventus. Not discrediting anybody else, but it just smells like Aventus. The performance on this was actually solid as fuck also. It's about 6.5 to 7 hours on my skin. It's pretty good, but it's just very much Aventus-ish. And you know, we try to stay away from that singular Aventus kind of vibe. It has its own bit of characteristic, don't get me wrong, but it just reminds me too much of Aventus solely for me to distinctly be like, oh, this shit is pop. It's Aventus-ish. That's just my personal opinion. I played a little bit of pocket pool and pulled out these 4 motherfuckers right here, and I tickled my balls all in the entire process. If I were to pick one to spray on my balls, I think Oud Rain is gonna be my shit. Oud Rain just sung to me, you know what I'm saying? It made me tickle, it made me happy, it made me live, it made me sexy. So, as you can see, I've used quite a bit of the Oud Rain and I'm gonna be spraying it on my balls right now. Excuse me 1 second. Shout out again to Crystal Fragrances for sending me these joints. Renier, hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Awesome fucking job. This is a great house. You guys should definitely look into it. Get one of these discovery packs so you guys can test these shits out and see what works for y'all. You know I love y'all motherfuckers from the heart, and these Oudie Summer Rain Carl Thomas nuts. And I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is. It's the biggest in the fucking game. God, I'm good looking. Smooches.
Cubaknow, what's fresh, who's best? Wanna know who's gonna pass the test? Cubaknow.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, motor roller, start tack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense, you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.